Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And we are taking a look at a band today called Zepparella, and they are a female Led Zeppelin tribute act. They've been around since 2005. They seem to have a lot of respect and do well in terms of their live shows. And they seem to be going strong. I think maybe only one person is remaining, the drummer, I think, from the original lineup. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody knows. But we wanted to take a look at their version of When the Levee Breaks. And this dropped actually 14 years ago. This is looks like St. Patrick's Day of 2010. They put this out. And 24 million views on YouTube. We want to go ahead and take a look at this just because we're interested in successful cover bands of, we haven't done a lot of Led Zeppelin on this channel, but you really can't do video of Zeppelin, and we always favor video. We may go ahead at some point. And the other thing is we know the Zeppelin catalog pretty cold. I don't know about you, Adrian. I know pretty much everything they did really well, just because I was way into them back in the early 80s.
I don't know them quite that well, but I mean, I know a lot of their music anyway. I've got their albums on my iTunes.
Maybe we take a look at something that neither one of us have heard that much. Maybe something off Presence, perhaps, something like that. That's the one album I haven't listened to that much. I've heard it a few times, but I haven't really studied it that closely, aside from Achilles' Last Stand. You ever hear that one, by any chance?
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Also, Carousel Ombra is another one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Let's go ahead and take a look at this and see what we think. All right. What'd you think, Adrian?
My first thought was yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, all of them are excellent at their instruments. It sounds close enough to the real thing to me. They're all hitting the notes for sure. They're freaking amazing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, they hit all the big cues that everybody knows, you know, and you know, including the really deep ones. Like you know, they all listen to that song a million times. The studio cut, you know. There is one thing I want to check, though. Very quickly, want to take a listen to the Zeppelin, just a little piece of it, just about 5 seconds, 10 seconds of it. I want to check something. All right, I got what I wanted.
Yeah. Well, if you blindfolded me and brought me to one of their shows, I'd be fooled up until when the vocals start, only because, you know, they're different people with different larynxes.
Right.
And, but, you know, the vocals are exquisite nonetheless.
Yeah.
Just amazing. And
really,
the harmonica playing is impeccable, too.
I agree. Yep, she's got that blues harmonica where you can really get that bend, you know, out of the note. And she did it expertly. Very nice. I mean, all of them, they were great on their instruments, you know.
Oh, yeah. The slide guitar was perfection. And the drums, I bet John Bonham is smiling upon the drum.
Yeah, that was pretty good. For sure. So, okay, I hope they don't kill me if they ever see this, but I did note one little issue in the rendition, which they probably already know about now. It's been 15 years. The guitar player had the riff just a little off, just a little bit, because she was going. You know, and it's actually. Yeah, the bass player had it right, but the guitar player was just that one little thing. But the thing, I mean, it sounded good. It worked. But yeah. But that was the only thing that I noticed, you know, that I was like, oh, gee, oh, wow, you know. But nonetheless, really nice rendition. And I would have been thrilled to see this live. No question. Really solid band. It makes me wonder. Maybe I'll take a look at their website for a second if I can get the. Just wondering. They must still be playing a lot of shows. They sure are. They've got one in 2 weeks in Pala, California, and then they're in the House of Blues in Vegas, and then they're going to be in Cleveland. This is all like within the same week. And there's 2 shows in Cleveland at the Music Box, March 26, 27, and then they're in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Cincinnati. So, they're doing a nationwide tour, or they're starting one soon. It doesn't look like they get very far east. That's the only issue that I see here. I see Buffalo, New York, okay, and Cleveland, Ohio, but that's about as far as they come, at least as far as they are currently booked. Now, that doesn't mean that they haven't been to Boston or to wherever, you know, New York, D.C., but very nice work, no question about it. High standard, good music. I mean, they bring it. They engulf themselves in the whole spirit of it. You know, so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I thought that was just amazing. That was really quite fun. Yeah.
Same here.
So there's a Tally Ho Theater in Leesburg, Virginia. You might check out, or the State Theater in Falls Church. Up in Boston, well, the venue's changed so much, I have no idea anymore. But
anywhere in Boston.
Yeah, there's loads of venues up there. So anyway, just putting it out there. All right. Well, folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of this, and if you've seen the band before, if you have any experience with them, or if you're a Zeppelin head who is curious, how do you think they did here? You know, give us your thoughts. And if you have other suggestions for us, leave those below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. All right. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right. Take care, folks.
See you all later.